Здравствуйте, друзья! Вы на канале Денвер Шоу, и мы в игре Mass Effect 2, которую продолжаем проходить. Поехали. Так, давайте заглянем. Да я понимаю, что я там что-то получил. Что мы там исследовать, может быть, можем что-то. Ой, вот это вот обязательно. Так, а модификация корабля что там? Ну да, то зондов что-то быстро тратится, когда по планетам там бегаешь. Ну, что за прототипы? Круг. Ну да, вот так, ладно, там остальное сейчас. Добьем, да. Так, что мы там можем? Какие задания выполнить? Да, полно второстепенных заданий. Может, какой-нибудь выполним? Почему бы нет, кстати. Давайте сейчас на карте взглянем. Я в курсе. Да вон, пойдем товар какой-нибудь защитим. Контрабанду. Так, а где здесь? Ого, да здесь ресурсов полно. Надо обязательно это исследовать будет.
Launching probe.
Ну, как всегда, Миранду возьмем. Кого еще? Тали. Ну, давай, а что не взять? Не, ее мы не возьмем. Вот Самару возьмем. Так, приобрести мы тут ничего не можем. А, вот, у нее что-то. У нее Самара, наверное. Ну, роботы. Сейчас будем их рубить как орешки. Щелкать. А у нас все патроны-то. Нифига себе. Какого дьявола? Он еще и взрывается. Какого дьявола? Стреляет. А в других почему не стреляет? Где еще-то? А, все? Ну и хорошо. Не, ну сейчас посмотрим, что собрать сможем. Такой коротенький совсем. Ну а чё бы не пострелять лишний раз?
Zero contacts.
Где элементы питания? О, сейчас соберу, что смогу, и завершу. Все, пойдем. Так. Не туда. Да, здесь полно всего. Так, надо вернуться и исследовать, уж очень там все привлекательно выглядит. Так, здесь я прервусь и включусь уже после исследования этой звездной системы. Вот я и закончил здесь исследование. Как я и думал, вот эти вот карлики, как вот это вот антиктры, они крайне богаты на ресурсы. И здесь я неплохо так пополнил свой счет. Пойдем на выход. Да и заодно, я думаю, и систему планетария исследуем. Раз уж мы рядом, заодно это сделаем. Чё уж там. Ну, тем более здесь он совсем мало. Раз, два, три, 4 планетки. Так, ну все, поехали исследовать. Включусь, когда все исследую. Итак, во время исследования я тут нашел на планете Занету некую аномалию и предлагаю сейчас посмотреть, что же это за аномалия.
I have found something.
Так, ну что, приземляемся и посмотрим, что это за такой грузовой корабль. И что там такое. Ого. Так, а что делаем-то? Что нам так? Это нам ничего не дает. Как он разрушился до такого состояния? Это что, всего лишь от того, что я хожу по нему, что ли? Как делать это вот было сейчас? Что-то вот. Может, сюда пройдем. Как он разрушился до такого состояния, непонятно. Так, вот там что-то моргает. Попробуем туда пробраться. Может быть, что-то и выясним. Там что-то зелененькое я вижу. Так, как нам туда? Сейчас. Еще спустимся, попробуем. Да, не, реально не понимаю, как он разрушился до такого состояния. Обшивка распалась, а корабль вроде такой, полностью не развалился. Как туда забраться-то? Не, реально, как туда забраться? Там же нет прохода, это вроде дырка. Как туда забраться? Ничего не понимаю. Какая-то чушь. Вот. Отсюда спуститься. Так. А как мы тут туда проберемся? Пойдем обойдем вокруг, попробуем. Что непонятно, как пробираться-то. Расшатанные плиты. Ничего не пойму. Как туда забраться? Сюда тоже он не спрыгивает. Это, я надеюсь, туда не спрыгнешь? Он не спрыгнет. Реально бред какой-то, что-то вообще тупик. Тупиковая какая-то ситуация. О, сюда нет? Не заберется туда. Да уж. Что-то я немного в замешательстве. Ладно, сейчас что-нибудь придумаем. Не бросать же это дело, раз мы сюда пришли. Где тут был спуск? Сейчас снова туда попробуем спуститься. Так, вверху мы не пройдем. А снизу еще раз все там осмотрим. Ну вот и все. И куда идти-то? Сюда он не забирается никак. Не понимаю. Что ты сделал? Зачем? Почему он здесь не перепрыгивает? И реально, что он... Как он... Вытаскивает оружие зачем-то? Почему он здесь вот? Перепрыгивай. Ничего не пойму. Че? Всего лишь надо было. Давай сюда, забирайся на эту платформу. Сюда забирайся. Почему не забираешься? Интересно, сколько лет все это пролежало здесь? Странно, что там свет вообще еще моргает. Ух ты ее! Того гляди, сейчас все рухнет. Не, реально, как там свет-то еще горит? Все под открытым небом. Мы дали какой-нибудь парашют там. Если от моей ходьбы здесь все так рушится, то что же будет, если птица здесь там гнездо попробует свить? Вот как-то так вот. Ой, иридий надо взять обязательно. Так, здесь мы не прямо посмотрим, там может что взять сможем. По-моему, мы там ничего не возьмем. Ну да. Поэтому просто наверх идем. Да что ты будешь делать-то? Давай героически прыгай так. Да уж. Какое-то опасное задание было. Так, ну мы планету, по-моему, исследовали или нет? А, все здесь, да. Так, и осталось за эту. А вот это еще не исследовали.
Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched.
Ну, здесь мы все исследовали на 100%, все, теперь можно возвращаться. Какие мы задания лояльности сейчас? Вот Грюнт, Джейкоб. Вот пойдем к Джейкобу, узнаем, что у него там.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Где Джейкоб-то? Вот он.
I hope we can clear up what's going on with the Gernsback, Commander. Doubt my father's alive after all this time. Was there anything else? Just eager to get going.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the Collectors?
They spec'd this ship to the original Normandy, but you were there. The Collectors cut her like butter. This armor just isn't top of the line anymore. People will die if we don't upgrade. Alliance had some new toys in secret dev before I left. I could try and pull a few favors.
О как. И что-то появилось. Значит, мы с ним уже разговаривали, и можно сразу на выполнение задания идти. Ну, пойдем тогда. Тоже столько заданий уже. Да я понял, что он взволнован. Нам нужно Джейкобу помочь, и мы это сделаем. Так, где там? Вот сюда вот нам. Пойдем. Название.
I have detected an anomaly.
Аномалия.
MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW461000340.
Scans have found something.
Че, приземляемся? Джейкоб. Ну, Миранду хочу. Вот у Джейкоба тут полно очков. Так, ну пойдем посмотрим, что у нас тут есть.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
Да, немало.
Overgrown, corroding. Looks like they set the beacon up years ago. Why wait to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent, at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
Avoiding it for a decade seems unlikely.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
Who are you? What was your rank on the Gernsback?
I can't think. The leader thinks for us and we serve. So we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
Enemies in front.
Да что тут за чертовщина происходит?
There we go. That one hit.
Что-то они какие-то живучие.
Come on over!
That wasn't neural decay. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
Да не то слово, что-то не так. Здесь какая-то полная бесовщина творится. Я надеюсь, в скором времени мы это все узнаем, что происходит.
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
They're clearly docile, but in the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
Possibly. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing. He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
You certainly seem to have a way with words.
You heard her. I have his face. My father forced the crew to eat toxic food. What the hell? Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough. What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
He is bad. He has a bad face like the other. Like him. You'll hurt me.
Да, людям явно затуманили мозги.
Main activity.
Так, а ну быстро отвалили-ка от меня.
Patrols like that are a little much against this bunch.
Well, that would make them hate him. Maybe it was just for defense.
Please, here. You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this.
Конечно,
I
я
forget
здесь
how to
именно для
read,
этого.
but this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
The beacon was fixed after a year, so the plan must have worked. Why no signal?
Those weren't the last entries on the casualty list. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
The old corpse has been posed, like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
Main activity. Start your shield.
Excuse me. Backup systems requesting assistance. Rerouting power.
There we go.
Опять эти черти. На, получай. Нифига не лупит. Надо патроны подобрать где-нибудь. Во. Так, здесь мы еще ничего не подберем. Тогда пойду. Вот. Да сколько у вас там все блядь?
He had his fun. Now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Я не сомневался, что еще роботы будут.
Careful.
It took years to train my guards. I'm afraid you'll have to fight them to rescue me.
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father. Enemy drone!
Зайду-ка я сбоку. Какого дьявола? Нифига себе, это лучше, чувак.
Going up. Got gun! Combat drone!
We can go home.
Come on over!
Down you go.
Enough with the toys. Need to
Так,
look
ну
my
чё,
father
всё
in the
вроде.
eye here and justify this.
Что-нибудь подобрать здесь сможем? Вроде ничего. Тогда пойдем. Так, вот это подберем. Все, пойдем дальше. Где КПК? А, вот он, прям перед дверью лежит. Вот он, тот, кого мы ищем. Ну, привет.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason.
Ну, кто-то еще чешет.
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
Ну что, прекрасно. А вот подсказка, если топливо закончится, то минералы потратятся.
Don't even give him the taillights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Really? Because given the result, it feels like something you'd have your hands in.
You know very little about me, Shepard. Don't presume to understand my intentions. Cerberus is ultimately about humanity. My people are valuable to me.
Fine. You didn't forward it. So who did?
I did.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard. Thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
О, как вот такое, в принципе, несложное задание. Пойдем дальше. У нас на очереди еще одно небольшое задание за Грюнта. И я думаю его сейчас выполнить. Так. Запутался уже в этих коридорах. Так, а где у нас Грюнт-то сидит? На инженерной палубе. Пойдем. Вот он, да.
Chambers said you're tearing up the place. Something wrong?
Something is wrong, Shepard. I feel wrong. Tense. I just want to kill something. With my hands. More so than usual. Like it's not my choice. Like I just want to... I don't know.
Хоро буянить.
See? Why do that? What's wrong?
Pure Krogan probably starts more aggressive than most. I'm not seeing this as a particularly big shift.
Doesn't matter if it's normal. I'm not. I'm not used to this noise. I want control. When we're moving, fighting, I focus. But here, my blood screams, my plates itch, and even you are just noise. I'm tank-born. What is this?
Edie, anything in your files about Krogan diseases that could cause this?
Cerberus has a number of autopsies on file, but nothing on a living Krogan of this age and situation. Krogan are reluctant to share medical records.
My people were defeated by doctors and labs. They will never let stuff like that leave the homeworld to Chunka.
Joker can get us to the Krogan homeworld. I need everyone at their best.
Thank you, Shepard. I don't like this. Fury is my choice, not a sickness.
Ну, полетели на эту турчанку. Посмотрим, что будет.
No messages for you, Commander.
Да неужели? Так, заодно проверим, все ли закуплено. Так, где эта турчанка? Ага, вот. Ну что, приземляемся. Итак, друзья, вот на этом таком прекраснейшем моменте я предлагаю сделать перерыв. Продолжим в следующей серии. Счастливой удачи во всем, друзья!